What's up, Team Con Arts? Sir Raffy is here, and welcome to the 4th episode of Art at Home series, where we bring art closer to your homes. Today, we will be talking about history of Philippine arts, major contemporary art forms, and art practices from various regions. Are you up for a time travel? Great! Be ready with your paper, pen, and self-learning modules as we journey in the world of contemporary arts. Long before our culture was influenced by the colonizers, our ancestors are artists themselves. During the pre-colonial period up to 13th century AD, arts are for ritual purposes or for everyday use. The art forms in this time were inspired by the most common daily experiences of people. Islamic art is characterized by geometric designs and patterns, eliciting focus from the believers. During the Spanish era from 1521 to 1898, art became a handmaiden of religion, serving to propagate the Catholic faith and thus support the colonial order at the same time. In 1898 to 1940, or during the American regime, commercial and advertising arts were integrated into the fine arts curriculum. Moreover, Americans favored idyllic sceneries and non-religious forms of art. Now let's proceed with the Japanese era from 1941 to 1945. Since the Japanese advocated for the culture of East Asia, preference was given to the indigenous art and traditions of the Philippines. This emphasized Orientalizing and their propaganda of Asia belonging to Asians. Modern era in Philippine art began after World War II and the granting of independence. In 1946 to 1969, writers and artists posed the question of national identity as the main theme of various art forms. From 1970s to present, Philippine contemporary art was an offshoot of social realism brought about by martial law. Arts became an expression of people's aspiration for a just, free, and sovereign society. Art in this era is a strong statement that artists make about life, thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and many other things that define human life. Also reflects the realities and values of our society. Its variety portrays the mosaic of our cultural identity. Contemporary art of the 21st century may combine elements of performance, painting, sculpture, and dance, and many other media that aim to spark critical thinking. It draws on to the movement of modern art, including minimalism and assemblage art. Many contemporary artists use their work to comment on cultural and political issues. Contemporary art is the art of the present, which is continuously in process and in flux. For you to easily remember what the different eras stand for, always remember these key terms: integral to life, ethnic art; geometric designs, Islamic art; faith and catechism, Spanish era; secular art forms, American era; Orientalizing, Japanese era; national identity, modern era; and social realism for contemporary era. After a quick art trip on the timeline of Philippine arts, let's proceed to the 7 major contemporary art forms. Music. Music is an art form that appeals to the sense of hearing, composed by combining notes into harmony. Literature. Literature is an art form of language through combined use of words, creating meaning and experience. Theater is an art form of performance. Dramatic texts are portrayed on stage by actors and actresses and are enhanced by props, lights, and sounds. This form of art enables artists to use their voices and their bodies, often in relation to other objects, to convey artistic expression. Film. Film is a technological translation of theater. Special effects are utilized to enhance the storytelling.
Akon lubos-luboson kag punon. Doon ang idlaw kung lumabay di ka Angel Pabigay ng chance si tatay mong bay di. Biskan isa.
Dance. Dance is the art of human form. Body is used, mobilized, and choreographed in a specific time, form, and space. Architecture, design, and allied arts deal with the structures that are meant to be used as shelters. Its art relies on its design and purpose. Visual arts are artworks such as painting, photography, or sculpture that appeal primarily to the visual sense and typically exists in permanent form. Remember the lucky seven of contemporary arts, or the major contemporary art forms. We have music, literature, theater, film, dance, architecture, and allied arts and visual arts. Let's continue our time travel with contemporary art practices from various regions. For dance, we have tinikling. Tinikling is a Philippine dance which involves two individual performers hitting bamboo poles, using them to beat, tap, and slide on the ground, in coordination with one or more dancers who step over in between poles. Cariñosa, on the other hand, is a Philippine national dance from the Maria Clara suite of Philippine folk dances. The Ogunan Festival of Magalona in Negros, Occidental is celebrated every May 1 in honor of their patron, Saint Joseph the Worker, to celebrate bountiful harvests from the seaside to the mountains.
Untitled Festival, dali na aton sa ulubon. Mag-isa, pag-iliusan, kakakna sa ating banwa, ganit ka rin sa Magalona.
Haladaya Festival of the northernmost town of Cebu, Daan Bantayan, is celebrated to honor the warrior Datu Daya of Candaya. And of course, we have the famous Cinulu Festival. This is a dance ritual of the miraculous image of Señor Santo Niño. For design and art purpose, we have the Lapu-Lapu Shrine. It is a 20-meter bronze statue located at Mactan Shrine in Punta Ingaño, Mactan Island, Cebu. The statue was built in honor of Raha Lapu-Lapu, the native chieftain of Mactan Island who defeated Ferdinand Magellan during the historic Battle of Mactan in 1521. Best example for architecture is the Burnham Park in Baguio City, designed by William Parsons with urban planner Daniel Burnham. Spoliarium painting of Juan Luna, sculptures of 9 Muses by Napoleon Abueva in 1976, and the sketch Portrait of Professor and Mora Girl by Victorio Idades. It was a jam-packed tour, right? I know you enjoyed your first art trip. Now, it's time to get your hands working and bring out magic from your imagination. Make and create a collage presenting the cause and effect of climate change. Here's what you are going to do. Gather pictures from any sources like internet, used magazines, and etc. Cut into pieces. Assemble the cut pieces. Create figures that would represent the causes and effects of climate change. Paste them in a short bond paper and label the causes and effects using a marker. Make a title of your collage. Don't forget to post your work in your social media accounts to educate others of the causes and effects of climate change. Use the hashtag #AtHomeSeries. I'm excited to see your work. Let's see each other again next time here on Art at Home Series, where we bring art closer to your homes.